What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after week 4 of the preseason, and the Crusaders did pick up a victory in the 4th game, ending the preseason 2-2. Our offense definitely looked a lot better. Our defense still struggled with pass protection a little bit. I am concerned about that. We got our first interception of the preseason, which isn't really that much, so we might need to look into those sliders a little bit. I'm not quite sure yet. But let's go ahead and move forward. This is going to be a big game, guys. A division game right off the bat against the team that's always competing with us for that final playoff spot. Or a playoff spot, I should say. The Denver Broncos. They have Chaz Jenkins, who won the Rookie of the Year over Keyston Mack last year. So you know Keyston's a little bit bitter about that. But it's definitely going to be an interesting opening game for sure. We have a whole lot of time to work with. So I think we probably have a primetime game. Let's check it out. Usually when you have that many hours, you have a primetime game. We can just look at the team schedule for it, though. And Monday night football, the second one, because usually opening week, I guess there's 2 games. So we got the second one for Monday Night Football. I'm stoked about that. Can I go back and look at the preseason stats? I cannot. I messed that up by advancing. But anyway, that's fine. We watched everything go down. We know what happened. The choice is, I am going to need to make a change because a player that we scouted a whole lot in the draft ended up getting released, and I will show you who this is. I'm excited. That is Kewan Pleasant, and look at this. We scouted him a whole lot. We were planning on drafting him, and I believe the Bills got him before we could. However, the Bills ended up releasing him. He fits our defense in the 3-4 style prototype. I like that a lot. One thing that concerns me is the other left end that we saw that I guess had been released from his team. His development trait 0 out of 5, so that kind of worries me a little bit, and I'm wondering if that's the same with a lot of the rookies that get cut. Maybe Pleasant as well, I don't really know. Pretty good awareness for a rookie, though. If you go through and look at his stats, I think he's going to be a pretty good player for us. 86 hit power, 89 speed. I'm excited about that. Good acceleration. Man coverage is not all that great. Catching is not bad for a linebacker, though. In fact, it's the best out of everybody you can see here, so that's pretty good. And good personality as well. I definitely think he is going to be a good pickup. I do think we need to cut somebody to make this happen, though. And the most logical option here is to get rid of one of our quarterbacks, which J.D. Everett looked great in that final game. I know a lot of people like Maramosa a whole lot. And Maramosa broke some tackles. You know, he is younger. It's a difficult choice. I don't really want to cut either. I don't really want to get rid of that. I mean, I was very impressed with Chauncey Green. I need to find a way to get him a little bit more involved. Of the wide receivers, Bobby Stevenson is probably my least favorite here. Mendenhall had a really good last game, including that touchdown catch to win the game. Chase Cross, I want to find a way to get him involved. I was very, very happy with him. Tight ends, I have to have 2 on the roster, which would have been fine had I been smart enough to change Reese's position. And I'm pretty sure it's much too late to do that now. It is. Now, had I changed that, we would have been fine. And, you know, we can move him over there. We have our fullback. We're set, and I cut a tight end. Unfortunately, I just had blanked at the moment. Femi Francois I like too much. One option, and this is a lot of this is depending on how comfortable we feel with McCray. I could go ahead and accept one of those Shelby Harris trades. So if we look at their moves, power moves goes to McCray. Finesse moves, it's close. Block shedding, Harris has a huge advantage on. Pursuit, close enough. Play recognition a little bit to Harris. Tackles the same. Hit power goes to Harris. Speed goes to McCray. Strength goes to Harris. Agility McCray. Acceleration McCray. So, you know, it's interesting. Do I go ahead and do that to get this middle linebacker? I don't know what's the best option here. I don't know who I should cut. I don't really want to get rid of anybody, to be honest. I like everybody on this team at this point. If we're going to... Oh, you know what? Let's cut Dowling. That makes sense. Dowling has not done all too much for us since we've had him, to be honest. If we're being honest, he really has not helped us out much at all. And he blows a whole lot of tackles, which isn't great. So, you know what? Let's make this move. Let's go sign Pleasant, who I'm excited about. And something that we could do is potentially move either Pleasant or Ray over to that right linebacker spot. And that is an option that we have. Because obviously we have 3 middle linebackers we like now. And I wanted to sign Pleasant before I did any of the training stuff, so we could kind of get an idea as to what his development trait is. So let's go to manage rosters. Time to fix everything here, guys. Let's do this. I had it all out of whack for the preseason. Derek Carr did not play a single snap, but obviously he is back in the driver's seat now. Devin Golden back, and I'm kind of liking Dobbs a little bit more than Graves, to be honest. So Dobbs also has great personality. He sells a lot of jerseys. His speed is not all that good. If I can improve his speed, though, he could be huge because his trucking is so incredible. We need to improve his carry as well. Yeah, he doesn't have the agility as Graves either. So it's all kind of, you know, washy. His pass block is extremely good, though. 80 pass block for a running back. But yeah, I definitely want to find a way to get him more involved. Green. We're going to put Green here. I really want Green at tight end, but obviously Reese is probably going to be that starting tight end. What is Green's catch? Because he looked incredible in the preseason. I'm telling you, I was so happy with this guy. 76 catch. Nice. I like this guy a lot. I like Chauncey Green a lot. Keyston Mack is going to get the starting job. Now, I kind of want to change the playbook, but I should have screwed around with that during the preseason. I'm a little bit nervous about changing it before going into week 1. Gayton, and then I want Cross here. And then it sucks because we have Mendenhall way down here. And I might end up, like, I'm going to take a penalty if I release Denarius Moore, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do that right now. But I don't want to bench him either. You know what? I like Mendenhall a little bit more than Stevenson. And then we can have Stevenson play some at tight end. Because all the tight ends, to be quite honest, I don't really want to have on the roster. I like Kelsey. Kelsey had tortured us in the past. You know, he's a good player. But I think this is probably our best bet to do something like this. And I need to find a way to get Green involved because our fullback does not get involved a whole lot. So we're going to go with this for now. I think that's our best bet as we look through everything. Offensive line looking pretty solid. Left end, Shelby Harris obviously going there. And I hate that Femi Francois has fallen down the list because he's played pretty well when he's gotten time. But we have these new young guys that are looking pretty good, and I feel like they deserve some time. Middle linebacker, okay, yeah. Right linebacker. So what would Pleasant be? Pleasant would obviously be the starter. So we might go ahead and do this. And honestly, I feel like I like Thornton. Wait, is Zeke over here? Zeke's over there. I don't know why they have it like that. We could put Humphrey here, back at the spot he's supposed to be at, and then we'll put Zeke here. He's way down that list. But this way we're going to get Pleasant starting, which I'm very, very excited about because I wanted to draft him anyway. A little bit concerned about our corners at this point. We'll see how they all play out, though. We'll see how they all play out. Free safety. Pretty solid there, obviously. And then I signed Usama Young to potentially go over here and start. But Mallet kind of impressed me. And Okafor, I still want to give him time. So we have Usama Young as a backup option, guys. And it could be very, very possible that Usama Young starts after a few weeks if I'm not impressed with what Okafor and Mallet are doing. But I do feel like they have earned their chance at that spot first. So what's Mendenhall's acceleration here? Speed goes to Gayton. Acceleration goes to Gayton. I feel like Gayton's probably our best bet to start here. Well, you know what? I want to get Mendenhall involved. I want to get Mendenhall some experience. So we will put Mendenhall as the backup kick returner. Chase Cross is too good not to have him starting there, though. And that third down running back is actually, I think I want to go with, Dobbs, because Dobbs has that awesome trucking, which, you know, obviously Golden does too, but at least this way it'll kind of help us get somebody else involved in that running game. So that's going to be our starting lineup going into the regular season. And again, things can change. One thing I need to do is settings. I need to put this back up to 15-minute quarters for the regular season. We'll take one more look at the sliders. I might adjust it a little bit. Might try adjusting it a little bit. Was not too thrilled with our pass coverage. I feel like that needs to be a little bit better. Everything else should be okay. They broke off some pretty big runs, so that might be okay. I might end up turning that up a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how the rest goes. The sliders seem to be okay. It was kind of difficult for me to throw passes, but again, I was using backups a whole lot, so that could definitely be a factor for that. And again, I kind of want to change the playbook, but I'm worried about changing the playbook. Whoops. I'm worried about changing the playbook without being comfortable with one, because I might not know the routes. And I should have done that in the preseason, and that was obviously my fault. So should we change it? I wouldn't know what to change it to. Well, this is schemes. That's not quite... Oh, yeah. Offensive playbook. Alright, we'll try changing it. We'll try something else. Maybe we should go with Green Bay. I feel like we've tried a whole bunch of different things. Or maybe we should go back to... New Orleans has a lot of different options. Maybe we should go back to the Raiders. Because I know the Raiders run fullback plays. And like I said, I really want to get Chauncey involved. Or maybe the Eagles. We'll try the Eagles out. And I think we've tried the Eagles out before, I feel like. But we'll give it a shot. And, you know, we'll definitely give it a go. See how it works. If not, I might need to change it back if I go into this next game and I'm not comfortable at all. You know, that was a bad decision that I made to wait until the regular season to do it, but I just blanked on it completely. I haven't even uploaded the first game yet, so if you guys have been like yelling at me to change things, I wouldn't have seen it yet because I've just been recording all of these in one day. So let's go ahead to middle linebacker. Let's see if Pleasant has a good development trait. He doesn't. And see, that was what I was saying is I think a lot of these younger guys getting released, their development traits just really, really poor. And that's part of the reason they're getting released is their team doesn't see a whole lot of potential with them. That kind of makes sense. And I think that would be the cause for a lot of that. But we definitely need to get this position going. So I'll actually just develop both of them, to be honest. And continue to develop both of them because we need depth anyway. Depth is going to be very important this year. I moved the sliders up to where people should be getting tired more. And I need both of these guys prepared to go into the game. We've also seen injuries happen to that position with C.O. Moore a few times. And anything can happen, and I don't want to be left in a hole. This is right now my biggest weak spot on the roster. So trying to get both of these guys up and prepared is going to be key for us. And there we go. Alright, we have seven left. I don't think we can do anything. We might be able to find a 6. Sometimes there's a 6. And it does not look like there's a 6 hour. We might be able to find it over here. Sometimes. Nope. No such luck. That's fine. Alright guys, that is going to be it as we go into the regular season. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're as excited as I am. And I hope this team is coming to play. Hopefully, this playbook thing does not screw me over too much. And they could be fine plays and it just takes me a while to adjust to it. We'll see. Oh, I should have done that in the preseason. I just forgot. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Later.